Imagine living in a home that's smaller than what you're used to, but feeling more alive, free, and fulfilled. It sounds impossible, right? But it's not. In fact, research shows that people who downsize to smaller homes often experience a huge boost in happiness and well-being. A study from UCLA found that 75% of people living in small homes report feeling more satisfied with their lives. And here's something that might surprise you. The average American home has nearly doubled in size over the past 50 years, yet studies show that we're more stressed and overwhelmed than ever. But here's the twist. Living in a smaller home can actually lead to a bigger life. Less space means less clutter, less stress, and more room for what really matters. In this video, we'll uncover how downsizing can unlock your creativity, help you build stronger relationships, and even improve your health. Stick around as we explore why less might be exactly what you need to live more fully. Chapter 1. The paradox of less is more. Finding freedom in smaller spaces. Living in a smaller home can feel like a paradox. Less space, yet more freedom. When you downsize, you naturally let go of things that don't serve you, creating more room for what really matters. Research shows that 63% of people with less clutter feel less stressed, according to a study from the University of California. This means that when you live in a smaller space, you reduce the overwhelming feeling of being surrounded by stuff. With fewer distractions, you're free to focus on the things that bring you joy, family, hobbies, and growth. It's a simple truth. The less you own, the less you have to worry about. This newfound simplicity can lead to a more peaceful, fulfilling life. Smaller spaces teach you to value what you truly need and cherish. You become more intentional with your purchases, choosing only what adds value to your life. The result? A lighter, more energized way of living. Chapter 2. Downsize to uplift. How small homes foster deep connections. Ever notice how people in small homes tend to be closer? It's not a coincidence. When you're in a smaller space, you're naturally more present with others. In fact, a study by the National Institute of Mental Health found that the more time people spend in close quarters, the stronger their bonds tend to be. Living with less space means there's less room for distractions, fewer gadgets, fewer rooms to hide in, and fewer places to escape. This closeness helps build stronger, deeper relationships with family and friends. In a smaller home, you're more likely to have meals together, share experiences, and talk more. You begin to appreciate the little moments rather than worrying about filling up empty space. Small homes invite conversation, interaction, and connection, which can be life-changing in a world that often encourages isolation. Chapter 3. The Art of Slow Living. Why small homes invite mindfulness. A smaller home can encourage you to slow down and live intentionally. With fewer things to manage, there's less to distract you from living in the present moment. Slow living isn't just about taking it easy, it's about being mindful of your choices. Studies show that people in minimalist environments report feeling less rushed and more focused. One way small homes contribute to slow living is by eliminating the constant need to clean, organize, and maintain unnecessary possessions. In a study published in Psychology Today, 74% of people who embraced minimalist living said they felt more satisfied with their daily routines. When your environment is calm, you naturally feel more at ease. Small homes simplify your life and allow you to focus on what truly brings happiness. Whether it's sipping coffee in the morning or enjoying a quiet evening, a smaller home invites you to savor life's small pleasures. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with more tips on living a simpler, happier life. Chapter 4. Minimalism as a catalyst. How small spaces spark big creativity. Smaller homes can actually spark creativity. Many think that the less space you have, the less you can create, but the opposite is true. Think about it. Limited space forces you to think outside the box. You get creative with how you use your space, whether it's designing multifunctional furniture or finding new ways to organize. In fact, 72% of creative professionals report that a clutter-free environment boosts their productivity, according to a study by the Journal of Environmental Psychology. When there's less to distract you, your mind can roam free, leading to more innovative ideas. A smaller home encourages you to live with less, which often results in better, more focused creativity. If you're someone who works from home, a smaller space can help you stay productive and inspired. By stripping away excess, you open yourself up to limitless possibilities. Minimalism isn't about deprivation, it's about removing barriers to creative flow. Chapter 5. Eco-luxury. The unexpected benefits of smaller, sustainable living. Small homes are not just about reducing clutter, they're also about reducing your environmental footprint. Living in a smaller home often means using less energy, consuming fewer resources, and wasting less. Studies show that homes account for nearly 40% of global carbon emissions, but by downsizing, you can significantly lower your carbon footprint. Smaller homes use less electricity for heating, cooling, and lighting, which saves energy. In fact, an average tiny home uses just 2,000 to 3,000 kilowatt-hours per year, compared to 10,000 to 12,000 for a traditional home. Additionally, fewer materials are needed to build a smaller home, which reduces the environmental impact of construction. The best part? Smaller homes encourage sustainable living practices like gardening, composting, and reducing waste. Many minimalist homeowners take these eco-friendly habits a step further, integrating green building practices. By living small, you're not just saving money, you're making a difference for the planet. Chapter 6. Living with purpose. Why smaller homes can maximize your life's potential. Living in a smaller home often leads to living with greater purpose. When you downsize, you're forced to reflect on what really matters. You're not weighed down by unnecessary possessions or responsibilities. The time and energy you free up can be redirected toward your passions, personal growth, and your most important goals. A study by Harvard University found that people who live with less are more likely to report greater life satisfaction. Living in a smaller home encourages you to invest in experiences rather than things, whether it's travel, education, or spending time with loved ones. By minimizing distractions, you create more space for your true ambitions. In smaller homes, you'll find that your life becomes more focused and your values clearer. This shift from more stuff to more meaning can lead to a deeper, more fulfilling existence. When you embrace a minimalist lifestyle, you're essentially choosing to live on your own terms. The less you have to maintain, the more you can focus on living the life you've always wanted. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and share it with anyone who's ready to live bigger by living smaller.